Hi everyone, welcome back. Mike Jones here from Joy Skills. This video helps anyone who's ever argued with your spouse. Promise. The contents of this transform the relationship with my wife. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at an acted example. It's brilliant. I'm going to do some commentary on it. My son said to me, Dad, your Joy Skills stuff is brilliant. Brilliant brain insights. Watch some videos and do some commentary. That's what we're going to do today. But actually what really helps with that is to get a little bit of theory to go, what's going on in a lot of our marriages, a lot of our partnerships when we have an argument. And the first thing is we need to realize what kind of conversation we're in. And then we need to not fix our partners, but validate what's going on. And if you don't know what validation is, you're in trouble. I tell you, this thing can change your relationship. We're going to go through this one quick, and you're not going to regret it because there's some great insights in what we're going to do. So, firstly, we go wrong in our conversations with my spouse when we mix up the goals they have when someone's wanting us to listen to them. Now, often at work, there's like that brief encounter. You know, you're walking past and someone says, well, only a minute, but did you hear what? And then they go on to tell us something, that 1 minute information. Sometimes there's conversations where it's really important. We get the detail, we get the content, we get the stuff because something's going to happen. These are the details. Take a note. It's about information into our head. And we're passing that on. Other times we just need action to be taken. Oh, can you do the photocopying? Can you ring that client? Can you do this, please? It's taking action. And often in marriage, we think our conversations are about a brief encounter, a little bit of information, or to do something. And often we hear our spouse talk, and we go, ba-dung! Oh, they want us to do something about that. We want us to fix them. But that is not it. When you mix up your partner's goal for the conversation, you're in trouble. So what do I mean? Often our partner just wants us to be with them while they talk about what's happened. And if we are with them and spend time with them, the problem just disappears because it wasn't really a problem. It was just an emotion which was important and valid that they were experiencing, and they want us to validate their emotion. So when someone is having one of these conversations where it's just about being together, we need to close off the fix it part of us. We need to close off the defender part of us, and we need to close off the explainer part of us, and then go and try and validate them. What do I mean by that? Well, they want to feel validated, that we're listening to their emotions. If your partner's talking about something, can you accurately name their emotion? If not, you need to learn to do a bit of checking to name some emotions. We can help you with that. And then what you want to do in validation, someone understands the emotion I'm feeling and how big it is. And they've just validated it. They don't have to agree with me. I'm not saying they should agree that I should feel that, but I'm still feeling it. So they validate it. And then as they sit with me, and they're still glad to be with me, they're still relational with me, and they don't tell me to step out of it, I feel comforted. And as you let me move emotionally at my pace, often the emotions will disappear. Often that takes 2 minutes. It doesn't always happen in 2 minutes. Often it's a lot more than that. But sometimes it just be 2 minutes and the emotions decides to recede. Sometimes brain chemicals take 25 minutes to absorb. So it may take 25 minutes. It just takes time. And as we do so, we return to a warm-hearted connection with one another. The benefit of that is if I've been doing that and you've been validating and being with me, I can return to a kind of warm-hearted, peaceful, stable, relational joy. And at that point, I might be ready to consider some possibilities. That really, most of the time, I don't really need any possibilities. I just needed you to be there with me. So with that, we go into the video, because this video shows the kind of fix-it mentality and some other errors. So do stay watching this video, because he points out a whole host of things that many of us do, and then he shows us a second example of when doing it right. And I love this video, just running through that now. So this is by Jayson Gaddis, how to validate your spouse, and I think it's really good. So let's transition here and let's get straight on with it. And this is a really cool video.
Hey, Jayson Gaddis here with Marriage Lab, where we find the best solutions to your marriage problems.
Okay, here we go.
So here's a big problem that people seem to have, especially in men and women dynamics, that often the man doesn't know how to validate the woman's feelings.
Here we go.
It's really hard. In fact, this one took me years to get, and I still screw it up sometimes.
It took me 25 years, and I'm the same.
I'm going to show you a couple examples The first example is what not to do.
Yeah.
So check this out.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you about this meeting I had with my supervisor today. I went in to meet with her. I had like
Susie?
all my
Yeah, I always used to do that. Let's get the detail and it stops the flow. It's like I've learned to pull back on that one. But if you stop in the flow of your partner, she's just wanting to share. It doesn't matter who it is.
supervisor at work. Yeah, I had all these questions and I left there feeling like nothing got answered, totally not heard. I feel like more confused than when I went in.
This is Susie's stuff. You don't even need to worry about that. This is just her BS.
Yeah, but I
Okay, this is the opposite validation, right? You don't need to worry. That just makes the emotion come out a bit more. Like the firework just begins to get a bit bigger.
work for her and I have to
So
figure out how to communicate with her, and it just is feeling...
Look, I've already talked to you about this. All you need to do is have the meeting and tell her how you feel and like be done with it.
Okay, so that's the next one. That's the fix it bit, right? So we had invalidation. Now we got fix it. That's so easy to do because we want to move on. We want to fix it and then go and do something interesting. For her, this is the interesting thing. This is the relationship.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I did that, and it was just really confusing, and I feel like she kind of twisted things I said.
Don't worry about it. That's just her stuff. That's just what she does. She spins things. You just need to like focus on what's working.
Okay, this doesn't feel like it's working because...
Right, like if she was more thingy, so you're not listening to me. That's some people do that way.
I feel like you're hearing, like, this really was upsetting for me, and I
know,
feel
you're telling
really
me about
stressed
that.
about how to handle, like, how to go in
I
tomorrow.
know, and I'm telling you how to
Okay, so here we've gone from fixing into defending, right? And this is this is the beginning of escalation.
handle it. All right. So that's one way to do it. I did that one again, as I said, for years. And I see this a lot in my office with a couple. Men tend to want to go fix the issue immediately and just solve the problem. And women don't care about that. And they want to be heard and validated and just seen in what's going on for them.
And this is one thing I would say, that actually there's quite a lot, all guys need validation too. We're just not as aware of it sometimes. So actually, I needed validation from Ruth, and she had to learn that, and she would tell her own story. So actually, this is one thing I'd go, yeah, okay, guys are sometimes a bit thicker on this, but we all need validation.
Hard for us to grasp this one, but this is a skill you just need to learn. So here's another example where it goes a little better.
Oh, God, I'm so upset.
Feels a bit active, this one.
I'm so upset today. I had
Not
the
quite as
worst
good, this.
meeting with
The
my
last one was a bit more
supervisor.
natural, I
It
think.
was terrible.
Wow.
It was just terrible. It was the worst. I don't even know how I'm going to continue at this job.
Wow.
It was like so upsetting. I went in with my list of things I wanted to address and just left there with like no answers and more confusion. And it just feels like I'm getting the
Okay.
runaround. I don't know where I stand. And
There's no fixing,
I'm
just being with
I'm
her at this point.
exhausted and I'm
Yeah.
so frustrated. And I just feel like I don't even know how I'm
He's
going to
leaning
work tomorrow.
forward.
Sounds awful.
He's not
Yeah.
worried by it.
Yeah.
What happened? Whoa, is this
yeah.
so you came in with a list and
Curiosity,
she just didn't listen to
investigate.
you, or what
Yeah,
Really
it just
good.
gets everything
Like
gets
this.
distorted, and it's like we don't get anywhere, and it's like she doesn't really get what I'm saying, and then I leave there feeling like I didn't convey myself well, or like something doesn't happen, and then like nothing moves forward.
And so you feel really missed by her.
Yeah,
Not supported.
totally missed,
Yeah.
totally not supported. Like she doesn't value me and what I'm contributing. It's just really, it just feels like such a negative place for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why you're upset. It totally makes sense. Given
Yeah.
everything that just happened.
Yeah.
And plus what you've told me before about her.
The I can see why is really helpful. That, like I often would use, anyone would, but I think that's better actually. I can see why you'd feel that. That's just really comforting. You've explained it, and this person, I can see why you'd feel that. Yeah, smart.
Yeah,
one.
I've been
The
trying to work on
dynamic
this and like
Yeah.
really be proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel
Mm.
angry and so done.
I mean, she doesn't come across in angry. My wife's Irish. Like, if my wife's angry, it would be bigger than that. So that would be tricky for me to know that she's angry. But still, he's doing well.
Right now.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see in the second example, I was simply there without needing to fix or problem solve. I
Right.
just stayed with her and tried to understand what her feelings were and say things like, oh, that makes sense that you're feeling this way given everything you've been through.
Exactly. Now, many of us also get a bit defensive and we try and explain our position too. And he doesn't do that either. He just is there and present.
With this supervisor, right? So this is a really good one to practice. Hopefully this video has been helpful. And this goes a long way. Because had I kept going there with my wife and I kept validating, she just feels so seen and supported and grateful. And then all of a sudden a new insight might emerge for her, or she just might feel like I have her back totally. And I used to be of the mentality, well, no, I have your back because I'm solving the problem. I'm like,
right, and the thing that's really useful, right? So that's just the useful insight to end up. We used to think we've got our back because we're solving the problem, but actually the point is you got your back because you're there for her and you can help her. You know, she's going to find the problem because once she's, you know, she can work it out. She's not done.
I'm going to fix this for you. But that's not what she's wanting. Maybe my guy friends want that, but my wife doesn't want that. And if she does, she's really explicit with me. Hey, can you help me solve this problem?
Right. Notice that one, right? If she wants fixed, she will say, will you help me solve this problem, or something equivalent? Or you can ask her, what kind of, what's going on here?
She'll just ask.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, I'm like foaming at the mouth to solve the problem. So really got to get this one. And it goes both ways. Women have a hard time also validating men's feelings.
Finally, so thank you.
Either way, both parties in a marriage need to learn this skill. It goes a long, long way. So hopefully this has been helpful on Marriage Lab, and we'll see you next time.
Well, here we are. And so we're just going to, I think my camera's just disappeared. So let's take me off there. So this is what we've done. We've thanked the guy, and we've looked at VCR, how to validate, comfort, and return to a warm-hearted connection. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll be back for the next one. Bless you. Thanks a lot.